before the morning light, and the road calls my name in the calm of the night. In the cab, silence talks like an old friend near, and God sits beside me, making the whole path clear. Dawn opens slowly like a cautious flame, and the headlights carve darkness as if calling my name. Not every shadow is a reason for fear, for God brings light to the soul most sincere. And how many times I stopped on the shoulder of pain, breathing slow, losing strength again. But God arrived like summer wind so strong, restarting the courage that had been gone. Cause the road is long, but God is tall, and no one drives alone. When he hears the call on the hardest curve, he holds my hand. On the steepest descent, he helps me stand. On the curve of faith, I drive without fear, for God goes ahead, making the path clear. If the lane is narrow or too wide to see, he guards my life, he watches me. On the curve of faith, my heart finds rest. With his steady hand, I drive my best. And even when the world tries to break my way, I push ahead, for God makes the day. At the truck stop of life, I've seen so much. Laughter loud and tears at every touch. Truckers tired, needing a prayer or a hand. Others finding faith they barely understand. Some pull over just to hear a worship song, and feel their spirit tremble deep and strong. The highway teaches lessons words can't explain, but God reveals meaning inside the pain. And when the sun slips low behind the hill, the golden sky makes all my worries still, then I know I'm never alone on the way, for God rides with me each hour of the day. And when longing tries to slow me down, I hear God whisper, son, don't turn around. The road is hard but has direction, and I am the one who leads your mission. On the curve of faith, I drive without fear, for God goes ahead, making the path clear. If the lane is narrow or too wide to see, he guards my life, he watches me. On the curve of faith, my heart finds rest. With his steady hand, I drive my best. And even when the world tries to break my way, I push ahead, for God makes the day. And when strength fades as I try to shift gear, God lifts my soul and drives out fear. If the tire of hope starts losing air, he breathes new life, restoring repair. Faith's not a shortcut, it's the whole highway. Sometimes rough, sometimes a bright day, but those who steer with heaven's sign always reach what God designed. On the curve of faith, no danger stays, for God turns roads into peaceful ways. Even if darkness decides to fall, he lights the lamp that guides it all. On the curve of faith, I'm strong again. God is my shield, my steady friend. And when the final mile calls me near, may he embrace me when I gear down here. Gentle rain falls, drawing paths on my shield, and the day wakes slowly, asking me to yield. The smell of a wet earth rises like prayer, and the road calls me back through the open air. I grip the wheel like I'm holding to faith, knowing God drives more than I do anyway. While the world rushes outside out of control, God sets a rhythm inside my soul. Fog covers mountains like a hopeful veil, reminding me life's a winding trail. Where there is doubt, God brings clarity. Where there is fear, He brings serenity. And even when the sky threatens to pour, I know God walks with me more and more. For those who trust, never ride alone, even when the road cuts to the bone. Light on the wet highway, God is my guide, leading me safely through the darkest night. When the world grows heavy and I wanna stop, God lights the road and lifts me up. Light on the wet highway, a promise that stays, holding the map of my wandering days. And even when the future feels blurred and faded, God shines His love on the road that's rain-soaked and shaded. At midday stops, I meet my old friends, truckers who push through roads without ends. Each face holds battles no words can tell, yet God lifts them when life isn't well. We sip hot coffee, talk slow and true, and every small phrase feels like something new. For in the cab of the truck, God always appears, turning restless nights into quiet frontiers. Homesick moments hit hard and deep, but God comforts the soul I try to keep. And every signpost reminds me again why I trust the Lord through sun and rain. And when the storm winds try to break me apart, God keeps His hand close to my heart. If the road grows rough and the world feels wrong, it's His voice that keeps me strong. Light on the wet highway, God is my guide. And when the mirror shows what's gone by, I see God's hand under every sky. On roughest tracks and hardest days, He stayed with me in countless ways. If fear surrounds me at a sharp end, God proves His love will never end. If the tire of hope starts losing air, He fills my soul with dreams to spare. Light on the wet highway, promise divine, God holds my path and shapes my timeline. Even when pain hits hard and long, He lights my steps and makes me strong. Light on the wet highway, sacred and bright, He turns the journey into holy light. And when the last mile finally is trod, He'll welcome me home beyond the side. So I keep riding, faith and wheels aligned, for where God leads, peace peace I'll find in every raindrop on the windshield traced reminds me his light can't be erased. Dawn still wraps the world in silence and loneliness, and my truck's headlights cut the road like a whispered prayer, no less. I carried dreams in my trailer, stories riding in my cab, and every mile I travel is a path that God himself grabs. The radio plays softly, but longing sings loud and clear. Family voices in my mind follow everywhere I steer. Yet I stay strong in this life I chose so long ago. For God lifts me up again whenever my strength runs low. And when the cold of early morning tries to freeze the hope in me, I feel a gentle warmth descending, heaven hugging me gently. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and my heart begins to see that the journey may be long, but God always walks with me. It's when the light from above cuts through diesel fog and rain. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and faith conquers pain. On the dark mountain curves where fear tries to command, I see angels guarding me, marching right beside my rig stand. Every passing road sign seems to whisper destiny, and God speaks softly to me, son, let me lead your journey. At the midnight truck stop, I sip my coffee slow, hearing stories from other drivers, each with places they must go. One talks about his little boy, another of his waiting bride, and we see that on this highway we're all brothers on the ride. And when the weight grows heavy like a fully loaded trailer, I feel God lifting half of it, the burden becomes lighter. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and my heart begins to see that the journey may be long, but God always walks with me. It's when the light from above cuts through diesel fog and rain. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and faith conquers pain. And if one day my route should change and I no longer know my way, I pray the Lord drives ahead of me to guide me day by day. I'm a trucker of this life, rolling dust, horizon and ground, but the greatest road I travel is the one inside my heart profound. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and turns fear into peace. It's when God takes the wheel and shows his power doesn't cease. It's when the darkest night opens and a holy light breaks through. It's when heaven touches the asphalt and faith renews all truth. Faith conquers all, always conquers all. When the sun rises behind the hills, painting the sky in shades of gold and red, I'm already rolling down the highway, carrying yesterday's rest ahead. The truck hums steady like a heartbeat, pounding strong inside my chest. And every curve that opened before me reminds me God knows what's best. The smell of fresh hot coffee mixes with diesel in the air, and I think about the promises He's already answered in prayer. Because every journey has a purpose, even when the day feels long. And every mile a trucker drives is part of a divine song. And when my thoughts get lost and all life's given and taken, I hear a gentle whisper, "My child, you are not forsaken." In the rhythm of the road with God I travel, steady travel in peace. Even if the world collapses, His grace makes my fear cease. And every headlight shining on the path He chose for me. In the rhythm of the road with God, I'm never alone out here. Sometimes a deep homesickness hits, the kind that tightens without warning. Of that small kitchen table, of voices I miss every morning. But when I look at the open sky, clouds marching in the breeze, I remember God is with me on every mile on days like these. At the truck stop I meet brothers, marked by work and weathered by load, and we talk like always about faith, about life, about the road. And when one of them admits it's getting hard to carry on, I say, "Brother, God is with you. He won't let you stand alone." And when night falls softly like a blanket on the land, the holy light appears to guide my truck once again. In the rhythm of the road with God I travel, steady travel in peace. Even if the world collapses, His grace makes my fear cease. And every headlight shining on the path He chose for me. In the rhythm of the road with God, I'm never alone out here. And if a tire blows in darkness or the engine strains uphill, I know He sends an angel, someone moving by His will. It may be a fellow trucker, it may be someone on the side, 'cause God can use any stranger to bless my journey's stride. I've seen towering mountains, heavy rain pounding hard against the glass, but I've also seen calm mornings that felt like heaven letting peace pass. I've heard angry horns on highways, warning, screaming from wet, steep roads, but I've also heard holy silence, filling quiet midnight loads. And when I think of giving up, weighed down by what the highway demands, I remember God never gives a burden too heavy for my hands. So I keep going, even tired, even unsure of every reason why. For faith is the strongest fuel a man can hold as he drives by. In the rhythm of the road with God I travel, steady travel in peace. Even if the world collapses, His grace makes my fear cease. Every headlight shining on the path He chose for me. In the rhythm of the road with God, I'm never alone out here. In the becomes a worship song. And when the journey's over and rest finally smiles at me, in the rhythm of the road with God, I know where I must be. I know where I must be. The engine wakes before the daylight starts to show, and inside my chest rises the will to rise and go. The headlights cut through the fog like promises from above, and the wet asphalt shines like a road written by God's love. Every sign, every curve, every corner of this land tell stories of people walking guided by heart in His hand. And I keep moving, breathing that cold morning air, certain that God prepares every road, and His plans are always fair. The road seems endless sometimes, but I know He sees every hidden tear inside me, every joy that brought me peace. And even in the deepest silence, when no one hears my voice, it's God who speaks inside me, reminding me I still have choice. When the horizon calls my name, I know it's God saying, come son, carry on your way. Even tired, even distant, He renews my strength whenever my faith starts to sway. And when the wind blows wild, tearing calmness from the air, I feel your gentle presence, feel your hands everywhere. Cause when the horizon speaks, it's not the world, not any man, it's God calling my name, and I keep moving again. The radio plays an old song that used to stop my heart, a simple little melody where my prayers would start. The road is a teacher of life, she teaches without sound, shows who we really are when no one else is around. I pass through tiny towns, glowing like little suns, and in each stranger's smile I feel the way God runs. And in the long dark nights, under that giant sky, I drive believing God's love is always nearby. When the weight of the wheel feels like holding the world alone, I remember You are my shelter, my eternal cornerstone. No valley is too deep for You, no storm too strong to break through. When the horizon calls my name, I know it's God saying, come son, carry on your way. Even tired, even distant, He renews my strength whenever my faith starts to sway. And when the wind blows wild, tearing calmness from the air, I feel Your gentle presence, feel Your hands everywhere. Cause when the horizon speaks, it's not the world, not any man, it's God calling my name, and I keep moving again. And when the sun explodes orange behind the hills, I feel the land breathing faith, breathing peace, facing trials and wills. But God shows me that even in chaos He draws direction, and no road is too long for a heart filled with His protection. And when the night falls cold and quiet as stone, I remember grace is living and I'm never alone. No matter where I sleep or where I stop along the way, God always finds a path to reach me every day. When the horizon calls my name, I follow the whisper of Your voice. 'cause no road stays dark when the Lord walks beside my choice. If the road is harsh, He is gentle. If the night is long, He is light. And each newborn morning shows me He holds my life tight. Yes, when the horizon calls, I answer without fear. For I know it's God saying, son, I am always here.
Morning had barely risen when I left the town behind, and the tires already sang on the warm asphalt, guiding my mind. Dust dances softly in the mirror with the wind's heavy blow, and I think about life, the right turns, the wrong ones, the things I still don't know. Every stop I made, every sleepless night on endless roads were chapters written by God, lightening all my loads. And when the wind shakes the trailer and the night begins to chill, I remember that even in storms, God is steering still. Because the road teaches in silence and in thunder's roar, sometimes through quiet lessons, sometimes through something more. In between one truck stop and the next, while diesel marks my track, I feel your care, Lord, always bringing comfort back. Between stations and promises, I follow your direction. The God who never fails and gives my truck protection. Every mile traveled speaks of your endless love. Every curve becomes a whisper from heaven above. If the world tries to stop me, a longing starts to bend, I close my eyes and hear your voice lifting me again. Between stations and promises, I know I'm never alone. For wherever I go, your hand leads me home. At a lonely station on the map, I stopped just to breathe slow. The radio played softly, telling stories only truckers know. The girl behind the counter smiled, stay strong, God go with you. And in that simple gesture, heaven broke through. A trucker's life is hard, but full of revelation, because those who live on the road meet God in contemplation. And as I fix my seat and start the engine once more, I think of all the times He saved me without keeping score. The sky darkens quickly, warning of a storm ahead. But who walks with God has no reason to dread. Even if the road gets slick and tries to deceive, I feel your steady hand saying, son, trust, believe. Between stations and promises, I follow your direction. The God who never failed and gives my truck protection. Every mile traveled speaks of your endless love. Every curve becomes a whisper from heaven above. If the world tries to stop me, or longing starts to bend, I close my eyes and hear your voice lifting again. Between stations and promises, I know I'm never alone. For wherever I go, your hand leads me home. And when the sunset paints copper on the ground, I feel the Lord steering my heart with a gentle sound. Between diesel smell and the motor's vibration, I find the road itself is a place of worship and adoration. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I sing, sometimes I miss those far behind. But in all these moments, your peace is what I find. And when I pull over just to watch the sky shine bright, I know I'm not alone. You meet me in the quiet of night. Between stations and promises, I move forward without fear. For your voice guides my steps when I feel weary here. If the night weighs heavy and exhaustion brings me low, I remember your promise, son, I'll never let you go. Every headlight crossing mine feels like a sign from you, saying the road is long, but your path is true. Between stations and promises, I move in your embrace. And with each new sunrise, I rise again by your grace.
Another morning rises before my tired eyes. The mist climbs slowly like memories on the rise. The engine wakes up gently, asking for direction and road. And I move on with purpose, with God carrying my load. Loneliness gets heavy, but it never knocks me down. For courage grows inside me, deeper than it sounds. And as the sunrise paints the path ahead so bright, I remember I'm not alone. He walks with me through the night. In my rearview mirror, I leave behind all my pain. And on the horizon, new colors rise again. Oh, Father, your light is my favorite highway. Your voice is the map that guides me every day. Through curves, storms, and nights without shelter, your hand holds the wheel of my faith forever. Oh God, you are the light on the asphalt of life, the strength that lifts me and keeps me in the fight. The radio plays a hymn that fills my chest with hope. And I remember my family, their love helping me cope. Long rides beside me like a warm and gentle friend, reminding me to be grateful for the love that never ends. Every stop on the road is a moment of prayer. Hot coffee, a smile, a story shared anywhere. And when sunset paints the sky with shades of goodbye, I feel God surround me as another day goes by. In my rearview mirror, I leave behind all my pain. And on the horizon, new colors rise again. Oh, Father, your light reminding me of grace, a lighthouse that never dims through every mile I face. Oh, Father, your light is my favorite highway. Your voice is the map that guides me every day. Even when the dawn winds whisper of goodbye, your hand shows me the route where my faith can fly. Oh God, you are the light on the asphalt of life. And while I live, I'll walk with you in stride, or drive across this whole wide land inside my truck. Midnight falls over the dusty plain, and the engine's hum calms my heart again. In the mirror I watch life's crossroads go by, and God whispering, son, keep driving high. Dust rises like incense filling the air, and each mile reminds me God is there. The highway teaches more than any creed, and God fits inside the truck I lead. I prayed silently in the depth of night, asking for strength to keep up the fight. Even when answers seemed far away, God was guiding every day. For the road is tough, but faith is wide, and those who trust God never lack a guide. No one drives alone through despair, for God rides always everywhere. My steering wheel prays when my voice is gone, and God responds through the road I'm on. Even when the weight tries slowing me down, God gives me strength to stand my ground. My steering wheel prays and God hears me, turning my journey into destiny. And even when the world shakes my floor, God lifts me up to ride once more. I've cried alone where no one could hear, just the windshield sharing my fear. But God inside the cabin dried each tear, filling my chest with his voice clear. At roadside stops I see worn out souls, truckers carrying more than their loads, and in their eyes a spark I find, the kind that only God can bind. The highway becomes my teacher true, God's lessons whispered in sky so blue. And every failure, every win, God used to lead the road within. For life is a road with lanes of two, and God is the sign guiding what I do. Even when destiny gets unclear, He says, son, I am here. My steering wheel prays when my voice is gone, and when fear freezes my direction, God pours peace into my reflection. If storms surround and try to block my view, He parts the clouds and pulls me through. If the tower of hope starts losing air, He fills my soul with dreams to spare. And when I think I'm alone at last, He sits beside me, healing my past. My steering wheel prays and God replies, in the storms, in the heat, in the silent skies. Even when the road tries turning me wrong, God's voice becomes my guiding song. My steering wheel prays and faith remains.
near. Every highway becomes sincere for those who drive with the Lord inside. Turn every mile into a holy ride. On the cold dawn of the mountains, I start the engine slow. The world is still waking up, but I'm ready to roll. The highway is my companion, and sometimes it speaks low. And in the roar of my big rig, I listen as I go. The wind hits hard on my chest, dust arises from the ground. But there's something greater above me that guides me all around. And while the diesel hums, I feel his protection near. Like every curve I take is a prayer I get to hear. And even when the night feels heavy and the headlights lose their shine, there's a light that never dims, a heavenly one that's mine. It's the engine noise and the voice of God speaking together inside my heart. It's the weight of life turning it lighter when in His hands I place my part. It's the endless road that takes me far, yet brings me closer to heaven's glow. It's the engine noise and the voice of God, and my truck keeps rolling slow. In the heat of the afternoon stop, I take my coffee slow. I see stories in the mirrors, memories the road can't overthrow. A trucker feels deep longing, yet keeps strength to push ahead, because God holds the steering wheel when my courage starts to shed. I see children smiling in windows of the little towns I cross. I see the sun kissing the asphalt, life's truths and every loss. I see hands reaching out for help, others thanking me as I pass by. And I keep steady on my journey, knowing God's with me under every sky. And even when fatigue is heavy and the horizon seems unclear, there's a voice that calls my name, telling me to persevere. It's the engine noise and the voice of God speaking together inside my heart. It's the weight of life turning lighter when in His hands I place my part. It's the endless road that takes me far, yet brings me closer to heaven's glow. It's the engine noise and the voice of God, and my truck keeps rolling slow. And when the storm hits strong, shaking the rig without mercy, I remember God never fails, even when the world feels dirty. So I grip the wheel a little tighter, but let Him lead the way. For whoever trusts God on the highway always reaches the right place someday. It's the engine noise and the voice of God that makes me drive without fear. It's the peace resting in my cabin, it's the calm before dawn appears. It's the road calling out my name, but God defining where I go. It's the engine noise and the voice of God,
and my truck keeps rolling slow. Rolling slow. Rolling slow. Night falls slowly, spreading stars across the land. And as my truck keeps rolling, I feel God holding my hand. The highway lights are shining like lanterns in my soul, and every shadow left behind takes a fear I used to hold. The radio plays an old hymn that reminds me of my faith, and every lyric drifting through feels like a truth God gave. 'Cause the Lord always speaks to those who drive alone at night, and the silence of the road becomes healing, becomes light. And when the world is sleeping and I'm the only one awake, I feel the heavens are watching every mile that I take. Under the highway lights, I find peace to carry on, even far from my dear family. God keeps my courage strong when longing aches inside me, and my heart wants to resign. Under the highway lights, I renew this life of mine. The memory of home hits strong, beating with the engine song, and I see in my mind the faces of the ones for whom I long. A trucker lives far from home, but carries worlds in his chest, and God knows every burden we shoulder without rest. At a humble roadside truck stop, I see another brother arrive. He bears the same worn-out look as I do to survive. But when we talk about God, a spark begins to glow, 'cause truckers know it's His hand that keeps us on the road. And when the cold wind rises to dim the fire of my belief, I feel the eternal lift in me, bringing strength and relief. Under the highway lights, I find peace to carry on, even far from my dear family. God keeps my courage strong when longing aches inside me, and my heart wants to resign. Under the highway lights, I renew this life of mine. And if the storm comes raging and thunder shakes the air, I remember the God of heaven is still the one who cares. No matter the kilometer nor the danger of the ride, whoever trusts the Lord will always walk protected by His side. I've seen the sunrise in the mirrors and sunsets on my shield. I felt fear on mountain passes and strength in open fields. But through every single moment, tired, brave, weak, or bold, I am living proof that God drives with me on every road. Sometimes I say a quiet prayer, just moving my heart within, and feel a gentle warmth arriving,
calming everything. It's like the whole of heaven decides to shine for me, and the path that once looked crooked turns straight so I can see. Under the highway lights, I find peace to carry on. Even far from my dear family, God keeps my courage strong. When longing aches inside me and my heart wants to resign, under the highway lights I renew this life of mine. Under the highway lights I find strength again to trust. God drives my every journey, guiding me through dust, and the steady hum of the engine becomes a hymn through the night. Under the highway lights, He leads my life with light. He leads my life. He leads my life. I wake up early before the sun begins to rise. Hot coffee in my thermos and courage in my eyes. On the dashboard, a verse that never lets me down, and the engine roaring softly, saying, "Son, let's go around." The distant mountains stand like walls of faith. Every passing shadow reminds me who keeps me safe. And I keep driving steady even when longing hits deep, because I know God leads my road, His promises He keeps. Sometimes I think of everything I've lost, of the long days and lonely miles I've crossed. But then a gentle peace settles in my chest, and I remember with God I'm always blessed. The weight of roads I carry with these hands, but the lightness of God is what helps me stand. If the wind shifts and the night arrives without a sign, it's He who covers me, it's He who keeps my life alive. On these endless journeys, these days with no end in sight, I know the Lord Himself drives through my night. Yes, the weight of roads is heavy, but God makes my soul feel light. The radio plays an old hymn my father used to love, and I remember evenings with him saying, "Son, trust God above." The steering wheel feels like heritage, the highway feels like fate, and the faith inside my heart keeps my courage straight. I pass truckers signaling high beams as a sign. Each little gesture tells me this hard road still aligns, and in the tightest curve I feel protection strong, like angels taking hold and guiding me along. And when it seems exhaustion will finally win, I recall the plans God has stitched within. For He never misses the road He chooses, and His child never loses. The weight of roads I carry with these hands, but the lightness of God is what helps me stand. If the wind shifts and the night arrives without a sign, it's He who covers me, it's He who keeps my life alive. On these endless journeys, these days with no end in sight, I know the Lord Himself drives through my night. Yes, the weight of roads is heavy, but God makes my soul feel light. And when the sun sets behind the hills with a burning red glow, I stop on the shoulder and whisper a prayer, soft and low. I remember each trip is a lesson God sends. Each mile traveled is proof of how much He defends. And as the cold night air brushes my worn out face, I feel a sacred embrace, a quiet trace of grace. The weight of roads I carry with these hands, but the lightness of God is my everlasting hymn across these lands. Even when the world shouts trying to pull me apart, it's He who lifts me and strengthens my heart. In the vastness of the highway I see Your sign, and I know every journey has a purpose divine. Yes, the weight of roads is heavy, but God makes my soul light every time. The road is still asleep when I rise, with my headlights breaking through the night, and the rumble of my truck seems to pray with my heart in quiet might. In the silence of early morning, it's just me. The road is still asleep when I rise, with my headlights breaking through the night, and the rumble of my truck seems to pray with my heart in quiet might. In the silence of early morning, it's just me, God, and the endless sky, and every star I see above feels like a map He left on high. The smell of warm coffee fills the air, strong like the faith I keep inside. And the cold steering wheel reminds me battles come, but God's on my side. Loneliness sometimes whispers doubts, trying to settle in my chest. But when I speak softly to the Lord, everything finds peaceful rest. Because in this life of a wanderer, the road becomes a prayer, and every bridge and every curve is a moment God meets me there. Headlights crossing my journey tell stories of those who tried, and I keep going, remembering that God is always by my side. In the dawn lights I hear Your voice,
never to end. But you are the eternal lighthouse, my closest friend. If the night gets heavy and longing tries to bend my soul, your presence comes softly, making the broken whole. For in the dawn lights, when the whole world sleeps still, I hear your voice saying, rest. I am here and always will. At a lonely gas station I stop just to breathe and ease my load. My truck hissing steam like a tired beast, resting on the road. Stories of truckers echo through the empty wooden seats, and I see we're all carrying dreams, battles and quiet defeats. But there's always a hope that no fuel tank could ever store. The hope that comes from God, filling me forevermore. As I watch the steam of my coffee rising gently in the night air, I remember life itself is a gift, precious and rare. The world may be huge and the road too long to bear, but those who drive with God are never left anywhere. And even when rain pours down or the pavement tries to deceive, I feel his divine whisper saying, son, it's safe, just believe. In the dawn lights, I hear your voice saying, son, don't fear, I'm guiding both of you, rejoice. Me and my truck ride roads that seem never to end, but you are the eternal lighthouse, my closest friend. If the night gets heavy and longing tries to bend my soul, your presence comes softly, making the broken whole. For in the dawn lights, when the whole world sleeps still, I hear your voice saying, rest. I am here and always will. And when the sky begins to glow with ruby and blue at once, I feel your care in everything I've survived, every response. In the potholes I avoided, in the dangers I never saw, your hand was shielding me, your love protecting with all. Every trip is more than travel, it's a talk with you, a spiritual touch, steady and true. And even when weariness tries to make my spirit fall, your voice at dawn lifts me and strengthens all. In the dawn lights, I hear your voice repeating deep in my soul, son, I care for us both, rejoice. And when the sun finally rises, kissing the windshield bright, I feel new strength inside, ready for another fight. No road is too long when you're the one leading me on, and every sunrise reminds me the night is never too strong. And the dawn lights in the faith that holds me near, I hear your voice saying, go in peace, I am always here. In the steady sway of rolling wheels, life whispers to remind me that every curve has purpose and every straight line sets me free. The sun has long gone down and night begins its reign, but in this deep, quiet darkness, your voice calls out my name. The old worn seat embraces this body tired from days gone by, and the diesel scent rising up makes me breathe out inside. I've been a trucker all my life, the road flows in my veins, but it's your grace, Lord, guiding every mile
that truly sustains. The moon rises timidly through clouds shifting slow, and my headlights slice the darkness like verses heaven wrote. I look up to the sky thinking of the times you pulled me through, times you saved my life even when I barely knew. And while the engine sings, my heart also wants to say, the road is hard, but with you, Lord, I can face another day. For in the song of rolling wheels, something only you translate, a whisper in the wind saying, son, I'm the one who holds your fate. I hear your voice in the rolling of the wheels, and when the endless asphalt tests everything I feel. And though I'm tired, I know you are my ground, the strength that guides my hands and keeps my spirit sound. If the night grows heavy and tries to steal my sight, I remember you're the one who holds my hand tight. And in the rolling of the wheels, Lord, I clearly see that your presence is all I'll ever need to carry me. At a lonely midnight stop, I grab a hot coffee to wait, and I see other brothers of the road, each with their own weight. Some carry longing, others carry pain. Every trucker needs a moment to breathe again. Life far from home teaches the value of return, and every awaited hug is worth more than we earn. And when homesickness hits and my heart starts to break, and I remember your wings shelter me for heaven's sake, the radio plays softly, singing a tune of belief. And as I adjust the mirror, you offer quiet relief. Maybe all you want is trust, maybe rest for a while, or maybe just that I listen more as we travel mile by mile. The wind hits strong, the trailer canvas shakes behind, but your peace calms the storm inside my mind. And when fear tries to settle in and grow, your voice reminds me I'll never let you go. I hear your voice in the rolling of the wheels, when the endless asphalt tests everything I feel. And though I'm tired, I know you are my ground, the strength that guides my hands and keeps my spirit sound. If the night grows heavy and tries to steal my sight, I remember you're the one who holds my hand tight. And in the rolling of the wheels, Lord, I clearly see that your presence is all I'll ever need to carry me. And when the rain falls heavy, covering my windshield in fear, I slow the truck and listen, for I know you're near. Between the thunder and lightning, your peace becomes clearer still, and I realize even storms obey your will. The engine roars steady, but my heart stays calm, For the road may change, but your hand remains strong. Even if I traveled 1,000 lives across this land, there's no destination you don't already command. I keep hearing your voice in the rolling of the wheels, like a hidden hymn echoing through every mile I feel. And when dawn breaks wide, painting flames across the sky, I see your hand brought me safe through the night gone by. And even when the road calls again for me to roam, I go knowing that you will guide me home. For in this journey of life through weight and emotion, your voice is my anchor, my strength, my devotion. And in the rolling of the wheels, Lord, I'll always hear that you're the one directing my life and drawing me near. I wakes early before the sunrise glow, and I wake with it, ready for wherever I go. The engine murmurs softly like it's asking to begin, and I smile knowing God is always steering within. The world is still silent, only the wind makes a sound. And in that sacred quiet, my prayers are unbound. The first gear clicks forward as a promise of grace, and every passing meter is God lighting my pace. The sky brightens slowly with clouds soft and white, and I breathe deep, feeling God fill me with light. The road stretches open like welcoming arms, and I know that's where I learn life's sweetest charms. Longing appears gently like an evening shadows fade, but it doesn't hurt. It reminds me of the love God made. And with every new curve my spirit is renewed, for God prepares every blessing long before I could. And if my tires sing on the wet mountain ground, if danger rises and tries to surround, I remember God walks with me all around. No road exists where His grace can't be found. When the road speaks to God, I hear it too. In the hum of the engine, He whispers, I'm with you. Through dust, through rain, through midnight or noon, He guides my steps, He writes my tune. When the road speaks to God, my soul answers back. Even far from the world, He covers every lack. Wherever I travel, He travels with me, and the road becomes a temple of eternity. At the next truck stop, I see lives just like mine, truckers who carry this country mile after mile,
There's one who has seen drought and flood in the same year, and a young rookie still learning what to fear. Every story is written in sweat and survival. Every prayer hides quietly in each arrival. And there between hot coffee and a weary smile, I see how God works in the small and the trial. Every word is a lesson I take on the ride. Every face is a mirror where I see God beside. Later the sun explodes on the hood in blazing heat, and the asphalt burns fire beneath my seat. But I keep rolling, for faith cools my chest, and God plants hope in the labor of the blessed. Evening bleeds red like embers, ready to glow, and the road lifts its voice like a song I know. I look far, far ahead at the sky opening wide, as if God himself whispered, come to my side. And even though weariness pulls down on me, I know he is and always will be my energy. Even when night arrives, harsh and long, even when fear pretends to be strong, God puts light inside the dark and steadies my hand with his holy spark. When the road speaks to God, I hear it too. Sometimes I stop by the roadside just to breathe slow, looking at the sky, wondering how God writes below every destiny on earth while holding the stars tight, and still sees me small here under the night. I think of my family, of the hugs far away, yet feel they are close, in my heart they stay. For God weaves everything with threads of love, joining road and soul in a pattern from above. And in that moment, with the wind whispering low, I feel God embrace me in a warmth only he can show. When the road speaks to God, I know who I am, a trucker protected by the great I am. If storms rise, he says, this too I come, and every shadow loses all its harm. When the road speaks to God, fear fades away, and even silence becomes a hymn to pray. For with God beside me, I lack nothing within, and his road has no beginning, no end.
Morning rises over the mountain line, and diesel awakens this rolling spine. Inside the cab, it's the engine that speaks, and God rides with me through valleys and peaks. I think of the days I almost gave in, the battles I fought, the struggles within. But God pulled me up when I wanted to fall, saying, son, keep going, I'm guiding it all. I watch the sky painted with heavenly signs, proof that God works where no one aligns. In the window's reflection I see who I've been, but God shows the man he built within. For those who drive with faith won't stay behind, even when the world is cold and unkind. And those who hand the wheel to God above see miracles written in letters of love. I keep riding under open heaven, knowing God's presence is always given. If night comes early or winds collide, He is my light on every ride. I keep riding under open heaven with a heart that knows His love is certain. And even if storms roll in too fast, God leads me safely through every blast. I've crossed long miles with a lowered heart, longing tearing my soul apart, but God held firm my trembling hand, giving me strength to rise and stand. At life's rest stops I've seen pain and truth, truckers weary losing their youth, but in their eyes I see the spark that only God lights when days get dark. The smell of hot asphalt makes me recall that life too burns before it's fallen. When the sun paints gold across the sky, I hear God whisper, son, rely. Every curve hides a purpose inside, every climb teaches how to ride. And when I fear I failed the test, God says, son, I gave you rest. I keep riding under open heaven, and when the storm tries to cloud in my sight, God wipes the windshield and makes things right. If the load of life feels too hard to bear, He lifts it with me, showing He's there. If the tire of hope begins to deflate, He fills my soul and resets my fate. And when loneliness tries to take its place, God sits beside me with gentle grace. I keep riding under open heaven, with God beside me, nothing's barren. And even when the world blocks my way, God clears a path for a brighter day. I keep riding under open heaven, heart alive and spirit driven. And when the final stop is mine to see, may God be there to welcome me. And while the wind sings past my door, I'll ride with God forevermore. For those who drive in the light of the Lord, find on the highway the truest reward. The day rises slowly, gold touching the ground, and the engine wakes with me, same heartbeat sound. The road stretches forward like a river wide, and God whispers, my child, I'm always by your side. Dust floats softly dancing in the sun, and every memory returning, God carries one by one. I've left many dreams in life's winding turns, but God took each one and rebuilt what burns. The radio plays an old praise song, and I feel God filling the cabin all alone. I think of my family, the hugs I miss, but God guards them with eternal bliss. And when doubt tries to slow my way, God lights the path for another day. For the road is not just wheels and ground, it's where He shapes my soul around. This highway is paved with prayers, every mile a blessing watching over me. When exhaustion hits and darkness starts to rise, God restores my strength and clears my skies. This highway is paved with prayers covered in belief, and God rides with me, bringing peace and relief. Even when life feels heavy and answers seem undone, God leads me onward through His saving highway run. At a midday stop I meet warrior friends, truckers whose courage never ends. They carry stories that could shake the ground, but their faith holds firm, safe and sound. We talk about life, the burdens we bear, the way time places on each prayer. But in the silent moments it's God who speaks, and peace falls gently as He seeks. Back to the truck, I start the engine once more, knowing life is wisdom, not a race to score. For God teaches on and off the road, and every tight curve brings a lighter load. And when the mirror shows what I left behind, God reminds me peace is what I'll find. Even when I don't understand His call, He knows the right direction through it all. This highway is paved with prayers, every mile a plea, every curve a blessing watching over me. When exhaustion hits and darkness starts to rise, God restores my strength and clears my skies. This highway is paved with prayers covered in belief, and God rides with me, bringing peace and relief. Even when life feels heavy and answers seem undone, God leads me onward through His saving highway run. When storms hit strong without warning clear, and the road turns into a path of fear, I breathe deep and hold on to faith, for God drives with hands that keep me safe. If my heart tightens with silent strain, He lightens a load, releasing the pain. And when loneliness tries to take its place, God sits beside me with gentle grace. There's no night so dark I cannot see, for God shines light and walks with me. He smooths the ground beneath my wheels and strengthens every prayer I feel. This highway is paved with prayers shining bright, from north to south through day and night. And when the final stretch comes near, God will guide me home without fear. This highway is paved with prayers, every turn and bend, with God as protector, companion and friend. And when my mission on earth is done, He'll bring me home, His chosen son. And in the engine's hum I clearly see, the road is hard but God walks with me. For every mile in peace or trials, He paves the way with holy miles. Night falls slowly, spreading shadows across the land, and my low beams slice the darkness with a humble guiding hand. The engine's steady rumble comforts the heart that keeps on beating, and the road becomes confession, a place for God's own meeting. I roll through steel and diesel, through silence and solitude, but learn that every trucker needs prayer to set the mood. Inside the quiet cab, when the whole world chooses not to speak, that's where God finds me gently, restoring what feels weak. And when the wind hits hard, bringing fear without a sign, I feel His presence rising, aligning every line. It's my low beam prayer, lighting only what I need to see. The rest I leave in God's own hands.
decides the path for me. It's my prayer of the evening while my old truck rolls slow and fair. It's my humble low-beam prayer teaching me to trust and not despair. The moon becomes my partner, mirrored on the windshield glass, and the smell of distant rain tells me storms may soon pass. I remember my family's faces, waiting with patient love, and I ask God to guide my journey from below and from above. I pass through little towns where life moves at a calmer pace, people smiling as they walk, peace shining in their face. And then I realize the road, no matter how far it bends, is part of the mission God gives to truckers He defends. And when drowsiness creeps in, trying to force my halt, I call the heavens for strength to keep steady on the asphalt. It's my low-beam prayer, lighting only what I need to see. The rest I leave in God's own hands, where He decides the path for me. It's my prayer of the evening while my old truck rolls slow and fair. It's my humble low-beam prayer teaching me to trust and not despair. And if a storm comes raging and the road begins to test, I know that God won't fail me and He'll send His very best. The journey may be heavy, life's load may weigh a ton, but whoever prays softly never drives without the sun. It's my low-beam prayer tonight, but God sees every mile ahead. I see only the nearest curve, He sees where every path is led. It's my prayer sustaining me through every mile I bear. It's my humble low-beam prayer teaching me to trust and not despair. To trust, not despair. The road is calling out my name again. The engine wakes like an old and faithful friend. The dawn opens up its slow-moving curtains, and in the mirror I see hope rise again. Headlights sketch the asphalt like whispered prayers. Every mile is a memory the Lord has stored. And while the radio plays a gentle hymn, I feel Him guiding me forward. And even when the weight of sleep pulls me low, loneliness tries to start a conversation, I remember there's a Father who never sleeps, and He walks with me in every direction. Under the lights of dawn, Lord, You feel so close to me. When the world grows quiet and only the wind remains, You show beginning and destiny. When the highway shines like a silver river, reflecting Your hand so strong, I follow steady, I follow in peace, knowing You lead me all along. Under the lights of dawn,
never traveling alone. A distant truck stop glows like a lighthouse beam. Hot coffee flowing and stories thrown to the air. Tired drivers yet carrying unbroken faith, each one with a dream about to repair. And sitting there on a wooden bench, I thank you for the roads that shaped my way, for every difficult curve that came and passed, for every time I nearly fell and couldn't stay. But your love lifts me up like a sturdy bridge, carrying me forward so I won't fall. And in the silence of that waking dawn, I feel your voice and answer your call. Under the lights of dawn, Lord, you feel so close to me. When the world grows quiet and only the wind remains, you show beginning and destiny. When the highway shines like a silver river, reflecting your hand so strong, I follow steady, I follow in peace, knowing you lead me all along. Under the lights of dawn, I know I'm never traveling alone. And when the sunrise glows golden, declaring a brand new day, I know it all was worth it, for your grace guides every way. The horizon brightens, reminding me of your forgiveness so true, like hearing your voice whisper, son, I am right here with you. Under the lights of dawn, Lord, that's where I find my place, between diesel wind and unending faith, wrapped in your embrace. The road is long, but your love is a highway that never ends. And while the world still sleeps, I follow you with a heart that mends. Under the lights of dawn, I know I will never be alone. The engine wakes up early with me, singing in the same beat as my heart. And when I turn the key, I feel the road already knowing my part. The sun hasn't risen yet, but paints a golden line in the distant air. And every curve I drive feels written by you with divine care. In the mirror stays my longing, but ahead your light always shines. For you're the one who gives purpose to every journey that becomes mine. And while the wind hits strong against the metal of my truck tonight, I whisper softly, Lord, let your steady hand keep my steering right. Because no road is closed when you decide to open the way, and no night is dark enough to keep your power away. The asphalt may be long, may be rough, may try to break my stride, but when I remember you ride with me, I regain my strength inside. It's a road opened by the hand of God, even when the world says no, even when everything around me tries to shake my soul. If the rain falls heavy and the wind tries to pull me down, your grace lifts me up again, strong and sound. And as I drive endless miles, refusing to break or fall, I see that
tire marks on the ground tell stories never told aloud. Stories of strong men, worn men, yet men who still made their families proud. And I feel part of this great choir, this nation that keeps the country beating. A truck driver hauling dreams with the faith you keep repeating. Sometimes loneliness hits deep, trying to settle inside my chest. But I remind myself I'm never alone. With God I always rest. And when heavy night falls and the moon hides behind a clouded dome, your presence becomes my lighthouse, brighter than any shine I've known. Because on the hardest turn, the one many fear to take, that's when I feel your hand guiding me, saying, son, you won't break. And even when exhaustion bends my strength and dims my sight, your pure and gentle voice restores my heart with light. It's a road opened by the hand of God, even when the world says no, even when everything around me tries to shake my soul. If the rain falls heavy and the wind tries to pull me down, your grace lifts me up again, strong and sound. And as I drive endless miles, refusing to break or fall, I see that every path in life is easier when you trace it all. And when dawn touches the sky, painting gray and blue in blend, I feel every pain turning into wisdom you intend. Because the road teaches strength, teaches trust, teaches moving on. And when I least expect it, your blessings come with the dawn. No weight too heavy, no distance too far to run. If you're the one opening my path, nothing can be undone. And even when life's map feels too complex for me to see, I rest knowing you already know what's coming to be. It's a road opened by the hand of God, wide as your compassion ever flows. And every curve, every climb, every valley is a place your presence goes. If the asphalt trembles, trying to pull me off the dream I chase, I remember where you are, the guide nothing can erase. And when the destination rises behind the glow of the morning sun, I know the whole journey was your care, your guidance, every mile won. For no road is too heavy when you tell me to continue on. And every kilometer reminds me again it's worth carrying on. Dawn is still dreaming while I roll along the lane. The engine's steady rumble makes my spirit rise again. The rear view shows the darkness that I've left behind, while ahead God draws past, crafted only by His mind. The smell of wet asphalt reminds me of chapters past, each proving the Lord stayed with me through every stormy blast. The dusty windshield tells me time never slows its pace, but it also says that with God every fall becomes grace. The moon gives way slowly, letting morning take its place, and the radio hums softly like a whisper of embrace. I realize the road's a temple where I learn to trust, and in the quiet of night I hear his voice adjust. And when the wind blows strong, carrying memories that sting, I feel your steady hand calming everything. For in the loneliness of the cabin, your love remains, and your light, Lord, guides all my losses and gains. I see the dawn light shining in the rear view of my faith, telling me the past no longer rules who I am or will be shaped. Every mile I travel is another promise coming true, and every curve reveals the life you lead me through. Even exhausted, I stand firm because I know your voice, and when the journey's heavy, you remain my steady choice. The dawn light shimmers softly, whispering once again, son, I am with you until the very end. I stop at an old station just to stretch my heart a bit, watching other truckers living their mission with grit. Some whisper prayers, some sing to break the pain, but many like me just need your love to remain. A hot cup of coffee becomes an unspoken embrace, and the cashier says, God bless you, as you continue your race. I smile back gently, knowing the truth in her word. For life on the road makes kindness something deeply heard. The day begins slowly, coloring the sky with blue, and I set the seat, adjust the gears, and let the engine renew. Life taught me rushing never gets anyone far, but faith taught me hope shines where you are. Morning wind blows softly like a breath of restoration, and I feel you guiding each thought, each intention. If fear tries again to settle again inside, your blessed hand reminds me you're always by my side. I see the dawn light shining in the rear view of my faith, telling me the past no longer rules who I am or will be shaped. Every mile I travel is another promise coming true, and every curve reveals the life you lead me through. Even exhausted, I stand firm because I know your voice, and when the journey's heavy, you remain my steady choice. The dawn light shimmers softly, whispering once again, son, I am with you until the very end. When the light rain draws its music on the glass ahead, I realize even storms are part of the path I tread. In the sound of water, the chill of wind, is too far when I'm carried by your lead, and no night too dark for the grace on which I feed. The dawn lights fade behind me, but leave proof to see that the Lord is always working in the heart of me, turning pain into a road where peace can flow, transforming every weight into a path I can go. I follow, Lord, north. I've never walked alone, for from the first mile you prepared every stone. And in the rear view of faith, I'll always see your hand guiding my journey across the Sultan land. The dawn lights fade away, but you remain near, leading my route until the day I'm finally with you.
It's still early, dawn has just begun to rise, and the smell of diesel drifts beneath the skies. I touch the steering wheel like someone making a prayer, and feel God whisper softly, "Son, I'm always there." The road is wide and this whole land fits inside. From north to south, every town in its stride. I ride with courage, faith burning bright within, for I know God guides each mile my truck begins. The sunrise paints gold across the morning light, and I think of my home, the love holding me tight. Faces I left behind never disappear, for distance is big, but love is always near. The early miles greet me like an old wise friend, saying, "Keep going, I'm here till the end." And the engine hums like a storyteller grand, sharing secrets only truckers understand. And when the wind shakes the cabin, strong and free, I know God is steady, watching over me. He doesn't judge my failures, my wounds are where I've been, but by the faith I carry deep within, I keep riding the road that God designed for me, through curves and storms and all I cannot see. If the night grows heavy, His light sets me free, like a lighthouse shining through eternity. I keep rolling the road that God laid for me, and every mile is part of my destiny. Where He steps forward, I follow faithfully, and where He calls my name, I say, so let it be. At the next truck stop, I find people like me, truckers of strong spirit and humble dignity. One shares coffee, another shares a tear, and and I see God's love in every story I hear. Laughter fills the morning's weary air, and every tale reminds me life is meant to share. One man lost someone out on the road, another found God under a heavy load. And hearing them all, I finally see this road is healing, truth and destiny. Later the hot sun burns across my glass, and I sing an old hymn as the long hours pass. Dust rises dancing like blessings in the breeze, and I feel God's presence bring my spirit ease. Beyond the mountain curve lies a valley glowing bright, and I think only God can make a scene this right. And even when exhaustion weighs heavy on my soul, He gives me strength and makes my spirit whole. For the road is long, but my faith is strong, and God arrives early, never late, never wrong. I keep riding the road that God designed for me, and when the night grows deep and sleep begins to fight, I stop, breathe, and let God restore my might. I look at the sky, stars spread across the dome, and it feels like God Himself wrote, "You're never alone." Longing hits hard but never breaks my stride, for love stays alive no matter the miles wide. I close my eyes remembering everything I've been through, realize I survived because God carried me too. I keep riding the road that God designed for me, and as long as I live I will always see He's the one who drives the wheel inside of me.
Rain falls heavy on the windshield glass. The wind blows wild as the dark hours pass. The night outside seems endless and cold, but inside this cabin God makes me bold. I adjust the mirror and see where I've been. So many hard curves, so many trials unseen, yet God was there through each narrow way, guiding my wheels day after day. The headlights shine on the soaking ground, and I feel His presence all around. For even when I'm miles from home, God drives beside me. I'm never alone. In the still of night I might cry or bend, but God holds me like a faithful friend. And when fear tries dragging me down, He says, "Son, keep driving, I'm around." There's a light in the cabin shining for me, God's gentle flame burning endlessly. Even when the world tries to pull me apart, He whispers strength into my heart. There's a light in the cabin that never fades, a holy warmth through my hardest days. And even if the highway tries leading me astray, God's steady light will show the way. I've crossed long nights with a hurting chest, with longing so deep it robbed me of rest. But at each stop, at each humble meal, God touched my soul and helped me heal. Truckers learn faith mile after mile, in the silent battles behind their smile. The engine's hum becomes a prayer, and the dust of the road fills the air. When sunrise breaks through the darkest hour, the golden sky restores my power. And I feel God teaching me once more that life is worth fighting for. For God sustains those who must roam far, those who chase dreams where the highways are. And when I think I've reached my end, He says, son, here I stand. There's a light in the cabin, jams the brakes of my soul, when exhaustion takes its heavy toll, God steps in and takes the wheel, saying, son, let me help you heal. If hope runs low in my tank at night, He fills it again with His perfect light. And when the world tries knocking me down, He lifts me up from the ground. There's a light in the cabin, sent from above, filled with courage, strength, and love. Even when storms try to scare my way, God's calm voice helps me stay. There's a light in the cabin, steady and bright, a holy beacon through every night. And when the final mile calls me home, may that light guide where I roam. And wherever I go, whatever I face, God rides with me in mercy and grace. For those who drive with Him inside, never lose the way of the ride.
Morning rises slowly over the open land, and the cold wind blows like a tale first hand. The seat beside me holds no earthly friend, just God listening to the stories I send. The radio hums softly just to keep me sane, while the sun climbs up, breaking through the rain. The highway stretches in endless lines, and every mile whispers truths and signs. I've left cities, memories, dreams undone, watch goodbyes fade under the setting sun. what you left behind. I'll walk with you in peace of mind. And when my chest tightens without a reason, He steadies my soul in every season. That empty seat beside me isn't empty at all. That's where God sits when the shadows fall. When night grows heavy and I'm losing control, He says, my child, I'll strengthen your soul. That seat beside me, where grace will rest, where faith leans back and my heart feels blessed. I'm never alone on the roads I've traveled, for God rides with me on that seat unraveled. So many times I pause to stare far ahead, missing my family with words unsaid. But slowly God shows with gentle mind that the road too carries His light. At a midday stop I meet rough friends, truckers whose courage never ends. Strong on the outside, yet inside worn. But God sees every burden they've borne. Over hot coffee we share simple things, the struggles, the hopes, the way life brings. And someone always ends up confessing, if not for God, I'd have lost my blessing. I think of that as I shift the gear, grateful that God is always near. And I glance again at the padded seat, feeling His presence warm and complete. Because even in the deepest quiet night, God speaks through the rhythm of the drive's delight. And when doubt tries taking command, faith pushes forward and takes a stand. That empty seat beside me isn't empty at all. When the sky darkens without warning and heavy rain drowns the dawning, I remember God never let go of the wheel of life. He taught me to know. If fear tries freezing my direction strong, God steadies my path where I belong. Says, look ahead, don't look behind. I'm here with you in body and mind. So I breathe deep and let faith rise, seeing strength beneath the skies. For where grace chooses to abide, no road remains a troubled ride. That empty seat beside me, sacred place, where God sits pouring endless grace. If life grows heavy and tries to restrain, He holds the map final mile is finally done, He'll take me home where the journey's won. And I keep driving, blessed and aware that God is with me everywhere. To others it's empty, with nothing to show, but that seed is where His presence flows.
The day rises slowly, painting gold across the sky, and my truck wakes up with it, strong as a mountain standing high. Dust lifts behind my wheels, but faith rides ahead. For God is the one who opens the way, guiding every tread. I remember the cold, silent nights, the ones that make me think. The talks I have with God while driving mile after mile insane. In the rumble of the engine I find peace, courage and direction. And I learn the road can teach more than any preacher's lesson. And even if fear comes close and loneliness wants to stay, I know heaven always sends someone to guide my way. 'Cause there's a blessing on the bend of the road, a miracle hiding in this old truck of mine. There's a touch of God in early dawn, holding steady this heart of mine. There's an angel waving at the gate, and another riding right by my side. There's a blessing on the bend of the road, and I drive forever fortified. At the morning truck stop, I pause just to breathe, smell the coffee rising warm, hear the stories people leave. Truckers carry courage, but we carry heavy load. And only those who live the road truly know this code. It's the longing to get home, to hug the ones who wait. Yet the calling deep inside us keeps pulling on our fate. And when the rain grows stronger and my windshield barely clears, I feel God holding my rig firm, calming all my fears. And even if the wind blows hard, trying to push me from my lane, I know the Lord protects me through every mile, sun or rain. 'Cause there's a blessing on the bend of the road, a miracle hiding in this old truck of mine. There's a touch of God in early dawn, holding steady this heart of mine. There's an angel waving at the gate, and another riding right by my side. There's a blessing on the bend of the road, and I drive forever 45. And when the night falls heavy and the moon's my only light, I remember God never fails and faith still wins every fight. The journey may be long, the destination's far ahead, but whoever drives with God never rides weak instead. 'Cause there's a blessing on the bend of the road, and I feel it every day I depart. There's a miracle charting my way, there's hope beating strong in my heart. It's God signing my map, heaven drawing the route I tread. There's a blessing on the bend of the road, and I'm forever
forever spirit led, forever spirit led, forever spirit led, forever spirit led.
Before the morning even wakes, I'm already holding tight the wheel, with my headlights cutting the darkness and faith guiding what I feel. The highway still sleeps silent, but my purpose stands awake, and every mile I drive ahead is a step only God could make. The engine's deep growl rocks my thoughts into a gentle pace, and I remember every struggle, every wound from life's fast race. But I also remember God's hand lifting me up from every fall, for a trucker is never alone. Heaven rides beside us all. And when the wind hits heavy, bringing doubt and isolation, I hear God's voice whisper, son, hold my hand with dedication. When heaven touches the asphalt, the soul inside rests still, and even the sharpest, darkest curve becomes a road shaped by His will. When heaven touches the asphalt, everything gains deeper meaning. It's God steering my journey, it's God shaping my destiny's leaning. At the mid-morning truck stop, I pause just to breathe deep. See truckers from every corner carrying burdens that couldn't see. Some are tired from longing, some are tired from the grind, but all of them share that spark, hope still burning in their mind. And in the middle of that noise, someone murmurs about God low. Another smiles and says, brother, He'll never let you go. And I think the road is a chapel, every stop is a prayer start, for even the toughest driver needs a little peace inside his heart. And when the sun sets slowly golden over what I've crossed today, I remember every moment flows in the purpose I chose to obey. When heaven touches the asphalt, the soul inside rests still, and even the sharpest, darkest curve becomes a road shaped by His will. When heaven touches the asphalt, everything gains deeper meaning. It's God steering my journey, it's God shaping my destiny's leaning. And if heavy rain comes falling, covering everything with fear, I remember God clears paths, even when no path appears. There may be mud, there may be stones, there may be holes in the lane, but whoever drives with faith knows God never lets go of the reins. I've seen mountains wrapped in fog, I've seen nights that felt like doom, but I've also felt heaven's embrace shining softly through the gloom. And in those moments I understand that drivers have a calling to cross the world's long highways with a heart that keeps on rising. And when I finally reach the point where my weary body slows, the moon rises above me like a promise the good Lord chose. It shines on the chrome
of the truck, on the tarp that hides my load. And in the quiet of my resting time, peace settles on my road. For God speaks in gentle breezes, speaks in darkness, speaks in light. And every stop along my day becomes a talk in the night. And I keep going even tired, even unsure of life's plan. For faith is the strongest fuel God ever gave to man. When heaven touches the asphalt, the soul inside rests still. And even the sharpest, darkest curve becomes a road shaped by His will. When heaven touches the asphalt, everything gains deeper meaning. It's God steering my journey, it's God shaping my destiny's leaning. When heaven touches the asphalt, my heart grows lighter still. Life fills with hope again, and the longing turns gentle and real. And when a new dawn rises, calling me to move once more, I drive ahead with strength. Blessed trucker forevermore.
Rain begins softly on the windshield like a beating heart, and I keep steady on the highway, guiding the wheel, doing my part. The smell of wet earth brings memories from childhood days, times when I ran free with no distance, no delays. Now the road is long, but faith is what guides my way. Even when the skies grow dark and the night turns into day, and every drop that falls reminds me that you're near, like heaven pouring promises from above, crystal clear. And even when the storm grows strong, trying to pull me aside, I feel your firm hand whisper, son, I'm right here by your side. Your voice cuts through the roaring wind around me and gives me courage where fear once used to be. On this faith road on a rainy night, Lord, I drive because you're right with me. Even when the world is dark and heavy, I find my place of peace. If the thunder shouts loudly and lightning tears through the sky, I remember no storm is stronger than your love that never dies. And on this wet long road where many stop with hesitation, I keep steady, I keep strong, giving you my heart in dedication. The headlights shimmer on the asphalt like arrows made of golden fire, and my truck hums gently like a hymn the soul desires. Homesickness hits deep, reminding me of a warm embrace waiting far away. But every mile I drive brings me closer to spring someday. And while the wiper dances, clearing fear from sight, I breathe deep and trust God keeps every driver in His light. Even when the tires slip and the road tries to test my hand, I know angels ride beside me, guarding every command. And when my chest tightens thinking I may not hold on, your peace comes soft and gentle like the calm before dawn. And the sound of rain becomes a hymn, a chorus of devotion, reminding me you hold the seasons and every motion. On this faith road on a rainy night, Lord, I drive because you ride with me. Even when the world is dark and heavy, in you I find my place of peace. If the thunder shouts loudly and lightning tears through the sky, I remember no storm is stronger than your love that never dies. And on this wet and long road, where many stop with hesitation, I keep steady, I keep strong, giving you my heart in dedication. And when the sky softens slightly and I see the moon retreat, I feel a deep desire inside my soul to bow and pray at your feet. 'Cause even on the hardest nights, when all my strength seems gone, you call me softly by name and guide me on. You remind me no road lasts forever, no night can stop the day's endeavor. And then my soul surrenders true, I give myself, I trust in you. On this faith road on a rainy night, Lord, you are the one who guides my way. And no storm can erase the light that in my heart you make me stay. When the sunrise breaks through the clouds, painting gold across the land, I will look to heaven and whisper, thank you for always holding my hand. For even when the road shakes and the wind tries to pull me apart, it's your love that keeps me steady and guards my speeding heart. When the night embraces the road, my soul begins to breathe slow. It feels like God sits beside me, listening to the thoughts I let flow. The headlights slice through the darkness, as if opening paths in space, and the hum of my engine matches the prayers I whisper with grace. Loneliness tries to speak, but my faith always speaks louder, saying no shadow can overcome your voice, strong yet tender. And as the wind through the window brings memories from yesterday, I know it's your guiding hand leading me every step of the way. Because in this truck cabin, Lord, I learned to feel you near. Sometimes in complete silence, sometimes in my fear. And every mile I travel feels like a message from you, saying, son, I guard your life, I am guiding you through. When the night embraces the road, I rest in your will. Even when my eyes grow heavy and time seems to stand still, you are the eternal lighthouse, lighting everything I am, the strength that rebuilds me when I think I'm too tired to stand. And if the rain falls hard, blocking everything in sight, your voice inside my heart turns darkness into light. When the night embraces the road, I know I'm never alone, for you ride beside me, guiding me
safely home. At a lonely little station, I stopped just to catch my breath. My coffee trembling in tired hands, fighting against stress. The woman at the counter asks if the journey is too long. I smile and say yes, but with God beside me, I remain strong. Sometimes the road teaches, sometimes it breaks, sometimes it heals, and God uses every curve to reveal what's true and real. As I adjust the seat and prepare to roll again, I remember all the times He saved me without me knowing when. The antenna shakes, the radio hisses, the wind warns of danger, but it's your gentle voice that becomes my only anchor. And even when fear tries to settle in and stay, I recall your grace is the one leading my way. When the night embraces the road, I rest in your will. Even when my eyes grow heavy and time seems to stand still, you are the eternal lighthouse, lighting everything I am, the strength that rebuilds me when I think I'm too tired to stand. And if the rain falls hard, blocking everything in sight, your voice inside my heart turns darkness into light. When the night embraces the road, I know I'm never alone, for you're right beside me, guiding me safely home. Trucker's heart is strong, yet it knows how to cry. And in those tears, you come close and stay by. The wet asphalt glows, reflecting the light you send, and I move forward, knowing on you I depend. For no matter how long the road may be ahead, you open a new season where hope is widespread. When the night embraces the road, I'll let you take command, for your presence teaches me how to steadily stand. Not the weight of longing, nor the power of sorrow can silence the hope you give me each tomorrow. And when morning rises, painting gold and lilac in the sky, I see the hard night fading, leaving peace as it passes by. When the night embraces the road, the one embracing me is you, my eternal pilot, my light, my guide so true.
The highway bends the map that writes my fate.
and every curve reminds me I'm still learning with grace. Time, dust, and sweat teach me more every day, that the one who steers my life is the Lord who lights my way. The sunrise climbs slowly, turning the sky into poetry, and the hum of the engine sets today's melody. On the fogged up glass I whisper a quiet prayer, asking strength and courage for another day out there. And I move steady toward the far horizon line, knowing God is my shelter, my water, my wine. I roll, I ride on the roots of my Lord, across mountain storms and moments of hurt. If loneliness calls me, His love calls louder, reminding me the road is a blessing, not a border. I roll, I ride on the roots of my Lord, with a peaceful heart and a brave engine roaring forward. The gas station stop becomes a gathering of brothers, shared stories, shared struggles, hearts learning from each other. And in the smell of coffee I feel my home's embrace. Even far from my house, God keeps me safe in His grace. The sunset falls slowly over my dusty windshield, and a deep calm enters everything I feel. Night arrives quietly, bringing holy certainty. The sky is the roof of the highway built by royalty, and I move steady toward the far horizon line, knowing God is my shelter, my water, my wine. I roll, I ride on the roots of my Lord, across mountain storms and moments of hurt. If loneliness calls me, His love calls louder, reminding me the road is a blessing, not a border. I roll, I ride on the roots of my Lord. And if the midnight hours stretch far too long, I remember my God never leaves me alone. The moon lights each mile that I fight through, and He guards my tired dreams too. I roll, I ride on the roots of my Lord, and even if my engine loses its power, faith pushes me farther, mile after mile. I'm a trucker, but my soul has a driver, and He is my Savior.